Hey guys, it's your girl Bianca B. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to get your dream job, how to get the right internship, how to find you a mentor, and how to book gigs. So if you guys want to watch this video, stay tuned. So a lot of people ask me, how did I get like the Oprah Winfrey Network internship, TMZ, Paramount Pictures, After Dark Films, Dark Child record label? How did I get all those internships? It's one simple thing. Most of them I applied online. No, seriously, most of them I applied online. However, I got my bachelor's degree in digital filmmaking and video production, so that's what I went to school for. When I first started college, and I started college in September, in December I got an internship for a smaller production company, and that's where I met my mentor Roger. And with that particular internship, I learned a lot about social media marketing, how a production goes, a pilot before it gets, picked up. So basically it was a talk show, and it was about love, and it was really dope. It was a really dope talk show, and I did their social media for them. I did their like Google stuff. I did a lot of like marketing and social media. So I grew so much from just learning that first internship. After that internship, I got an internship at Paramount Pictures. It's this thing every year called Cinegear Expo, and within that I learned a lot about studio lots. I learned a lot about sound stages. I learned about different film technology. I learned about networking. I learned about professionalism. I learned about how long it is to be on set, how long it is to be in production, work a lot of hours. So that was something I learned. After that internship, I was at After Dark Films. It's a horror company. They do a lot of horror films, and I learned absolutely a lot about distribution of films. I learned about different film websites. I learned about IMDb Pro. I learned about what else? So many different things. I learned about binding. I also learned about coffee. Those internships were free. Did not get paid for them. And I just learned so much. So I'm a strong believer in working for free. A lot of people don't like to work for free, but in order to succeed, and if you want to do film or any type of entertainment, I let people know to work for free. You have to. In the beginning stages of your career, you have to. So you can get that knowledge and learn. So by doing those 3 general free internships, those led me to paid internships. In the summer, I think that was 2013, I interned for a Dark Child record label with Rodney Jerkins. I was a lot with the A&R and a lot about like getting artists, organizing artist schedules. So I learned a little bit about music, but music and film like combines together now. It's so crazy. So I learned a lot there. And after that internship, I went to the Oprah Winfrey Network. That's where I absolutely learned everything, and I got paid for that. The Oprah Winfrey Network is absolutely amazing. I learned so much. I felt like I was an employee there. And sometimes as interns, you feel like you're like not important, but this internship really made you important, and I loved it. It was absolutely amazing. And I learned a lot about deliverables and how master tapes go, how to input things, how to create windows of opportunities for commercials. I learned a lot there. After that internship, my last internship was with TMZ. And I learned a lot about writing. I really grew as a writer at that internship. I learned quality over quantity. I learned how to make stories. I learned so much within these internships. And so here's my advice to those who are seeking out internships. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of my resume before I get straight into it, so y'all know I know what I'm talking about. So the key is, first, start out at a smaller company. I recommend people to do that just because you can learn so much within smaller companies. Don't try to get a big internship right away, because you don't want to go in there messing up and not knowing what you're talking about and not knowing and researching before you work for a huge company. So that is my recommendation. Always start small and then build your way up, because you don't want to go big and then go small. You want to go small and go big, so you can learn a lot. I recommend people getting mentors, building relationships with people at these internships, and working your best, but also remain quiet at an internship. And the reason why I give this advice is because you don't want to act like you know everything. You don't want to come off as arrogant. You don't want to come off as trying to be a teacher's pet. You want to just go in there, do your job, work hard, and it will show. So for example, I was a great intern at TMZ. I was very quiet, but I wrote a lot, and I was always researching, and I was always, you know, communicating with my boss. And that internship led me to now I'm going to be working on a show with VH1. So my advice to you guys is to remain humble when you're at an internship. Don't do a lot. Don't do the most. Like, your work will stand out. So that is my biggest advice about internships. Please make sure your resume is good. I remember for the Oprah Winfrey Network, I have the incorrect phone number on there. So luckily she had my email, but that was something I pay attention to now, making sure everything is correct. And also, always let people look at your resume. You can always get input from others. So how to find mentors. I believe that you can find a mentor from a family member, someone who is a mutual friend to your family, and someone who's in the industry. Finding a mentor is important because you want someone to help you, guide you to where you need to go. So I have a few mentors. One of them is Monica Marie Jones. She's an author. And I get so much advice from her, especially when I was in college. Like, she looked over a lot of my emails that I was sending out to people. She looked over, like, my resume. She looked over my book. Like, she really gave me advice and things like that. My other mentor is actually another Monica McLegan. She's a publicist, and she helps me with getting a lot of gigs. She helped me with my logo. She helps me a lot with branding. And my next mentor is Roger Woods. He was my first boss for my internship. I had never met him. I met him literally last year, and I did that internship in 2011. Like, we would talk via phone, and he just taught me a lot about professionalism and, you know, my brand and things like that. So I appreciate those three mentors. I believe getting a mentor is very important. When it comes to jobs and internships, working jobs at the same time and getting your dream job, I always say when you are interning, have a part-time job. That's why people think I've worked so many jobs. I worked a lot of jobs because I've always had a part-time job when I did internships, especially if they were for free. A lot of my jobs in the past were retail, which I absolutely hate retail. I wouldn't say I hate it. Let me take that back. You learn a lot with retail. I advise people to work one retail job in their life, and you'll appreciate people way more. You'll understand people. I had to take a water break. I was out of breath. So yeah, work a part-time job. I always advise people to do that when you're doing an internship, just so you can make extra money on the side. And after college, it's hard. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, getting a job. Well, I was at Warner Brothers during the summer, and I was in the tour guide department, and I was lucky because I got a job right after college. It was a temp job, so I wasn't there long. A lot of the jobs I worked were temp jobs. And I just advise you to get in and get out. Learn what you need to learn, and when the time is right, get out. I advise people to never work a job you don't like. Yeah, the money is good, but your pride and your happiness is way better than some 10 an hour. And that's just the biggest advice I can give. So just work hard and the results will show. I'm also a firm believer in, like, going into a job and just doing what I gotta do and leave. Especially if I don't really care for it. Like, go into what I gotta do and leave. And always keep applying to other jobs, especially if you went to college for something specific and you don't come out with that job in that specific industry. Still keep applying and don't get discouraged, because you have to understand, with especially production companies, they get emails every day, over thousands of emails and thousands of internships applications. So you have to always just be positive, and don't just, like, be negative and be like, man, I didn't get it, man, I didn't get it. Yeah, it's okay. That was a loss for them, because sometimes God, if you're not religious, sorry, but sometimes God, he won't put us in situations we don't need to be in. So it's okay that you didn't get a certain job position. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't stress about it. There'll be more opportunities, and sometimes you're not ready, and that's okay. And sometimes opportunities will come in the future, but take every opportunity, take risks. And that's the biggest advice I can give on, like, getting an internship and mentors and finding the right job. And I'm super blessed. I was blessed with many opportunities, but I also work hard. So when you work hard, you see results. If you don't work hard, things are then just given to you. So believe in just working hard, staying positive, and don't stress out about it. So if you guys have any more comments, please comment below. Any questions, comment below. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. If you have any questions, comment below. I'm also wearing Belle Jewels. Follow them on Instagram. Promo code BiancaB. I love this necklace, by the way. It's absolutely amazing. So, you guys, stay tuned. Comment and subscribe. It's your girl Bianca B, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @SBiancaB. Bye. I don't know why I waved my hands before bye, but in my head I was saying bye. Bye, guys.